Okay. This video is going to show how you can combine what we just over, how you can go from cups to recipes, recipes to cups, and use the table for doing any kind of recipes. Yes, this does relate to chemistry. You'll see in a minute. Okay. I want to show you that this is easy. I mean, this is just a way of writing out kind of formal way how to do recipes, and I'm sure if you worked at a big place where they make thousands and thousands of cookies or whatever, they would have something like this, and they just put it up in like some kind of spreadsheet and come up with a number of recipes in cups. So so what I'm going to do here is two problems. First problem is I'm going to say I have 10 cups of flour. And the first thing I want to do, let me change that. I want to change that to 12 cups, like even numbers. Okay. All right. 12 cups of flour. First of all, how many recipes can I do with 12 cups of flour? And then my second thing I do is how many cups of sugar and milk will I need to add to that to use it all up? And then how many cups of cake will it make? All right, so what I do is I set up the recipe table just as I did before. All right, and there's the table. The second row is always the same. It's the numbers that associate with the number of cups per recipe. And what I'm going to do is put a 12 here. And first of all, I'm going to figure out how many recipes, and from that, this number will be the same all the way across because I want to know how many recipes will be used overall, and then how many cups will I need. Okay. All right. The key to all of this is that we're always going to have to figure out the number of recipes. All right. So if you have 12 cups of flour, what you need to do is figure out how many recipes you can do. Well, you take 12 cups, divide up into groups of 3. So chop, 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 chop. When you do that, you'll end up with 4 recipes. And I put the times there that tells me how many times I can do the recipe. Okay, so I can do the recipe 4 times. Okay. Now, how many cups of sugar will I need to use up all 12? All right. So I'm going to do the recipe 4 times. And each time I do it, I need 2. So I'm going to do 2 4 times for 8. Okay, here I'm going to do 1 4 times for 4. And overall, how many cakes will I make? Well, 1 4 times 4. Okay. So if I have 12 cups of flour, what I'm going to need is 8 cups of sugar, 1 cup of milk, and 4 cups of milk, and it'll make 4 cups of cake. So first of all, I divided the cups of flour into groups of 3 to figure out my recipes, and that says I can do the recipe 4 times. So how much everything else would I have and get? Okay. All right, next problem. Okay, I'm going to leave the table like it is. Okay, it's how I started. The second row stays the same. And now this time I'm going to start out with 8 cups of sugar. And I want to know how many recipes that we'll make. And this time I just want to find out how many cups of flour do I have to mix with those 8 cups. All right, to use them all up. So first thing I do is I divide the 8 up into groups of 2. So I know I can do the recipe 4 times. Okay, so bring that number over here. Every time I do it, I have 1. So I'm doing 4 times, and so I'm going to need 4 cups of sugar. Okay, I mean milk. All right, okay. All right, so let's have you do a problem here. So let's say I start out with okay, I have 18 cups of flour. How many recipes is that? And then how many cups of sugar will I need to use that all up? Okay, you can do it on your own. I'm setting this up. Okay, first thing I do is to divide the 18 up into groups of 3. And that means I can do the recipe 16 times. And bring that over here. Okay, I do it 6 times. I need 2 cups per recipe. Do that 6 times. So do 2 6 times. End up with 12 cups. All right. So there you go. Okay, next video is going to be what happens if you don't have your cups and you have to still do the recipe, but there's another way you got to do that. Okay.